Hello everyone. In our previous videos, we have learned how to code a custom indicator, and we learned how to analyze the structure of an indicator. In this tutorial video, we will learn how to set up the parameters and how to use the parameter to calculate a new indicator line. Let's start learning. We will use our old source code, Hello World, as our example source code. To distinguish the differences between both of the versions, we added some comments. Okay, so you can see actually the modification is not very big. First of all, and we need to add the parameters. We will just use one parameter, so we add one parameter here. The name is 2 times, and the default value is 2, and the required property is true. Please note, if the required property is true, then we must prepare for the default value. If we set required property by true and missed default value, then the system will throw errors. It's very important rule, please remember. And if the required property is false, then we don't need to set the default value. Okay? It's important rule and very easy to understand why we have this kind of rules. And the type property should be integer. And actually, we have 4 types for our parameters: integer, number, string, Boolean. And in our example, because we need to use the parameter to calculate the indicator line, so we need to set the type property by integer. It can be number as well, but it cannot be string or Boolean. And please remember another very important rule. If the type property is integer or number, and we can set the range property. And if the type property is string or Boolean, then we must leave the range property by null. It's very important. If we set the range property when the type property is string or Boolean, then the system will throw errors. Of course, if the type property is integer or number, we can leave the range property by null as well. Okay, please remember this very important rule. And another very important point is the from value of the range must be smaller than or equal to the to value of the range. So we set 1 here and 100 here. Okay, please remember the rules. After we finished setting the parameters, and we can get the parameter by using this API, get in the parameter. And we need to use the parameter's name as our second parameter. So we will use 2 times here to get the return value of the parameter. And we will use this variable to calculate the new indicator line. So you can find the new indicator line is just the double value of our old indicator line. Okay, so we just make the volume double. Okay, so the logic is very easy to understand. Okay, it's done. So let's see how, if the logic can run correctly. We need to copy the source code to our system. Okay, and we add a new indicator. Okay, it's done. Now you can see the value is double and 2 times bigger than the old value. Okay, so it's done successfully. It's very interesting, right? Hopefully it can be helpful to your trading. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.